This land is more than just a famous spot. For the indigenous people, it is a story of a home that was nearly lost forever. Join us as we explore the culture, the land, and the chief who fought for it all. This is Camp John Hay before the name. The Ibaloi are one of the indigenous people of the Cordillera region in northern Luzon. Their ancestral homeland is the province of Benguet. At the heart of this land was a vast pine-covered valley with lush pastures, a place they called Kafagway. This valley, perfect for grazing cattle and growing crops, would later become known as Baguio City. Long before the roads and buildings, this was a thriving Ibaloi community. What did the Ibaloi people look like? Historically, they have a fair to light brown complexion, adapted to the cool mountain climate. Their most distinct facial features often include high, prominent cheekbones and almond-shaped eyes. They were people whose faces were shaped by the mountain winds and whose hands were skilled in cultivating the land and panning for gold in its rivers. The Ibaloi way of life was deeply connected to the earth. Their traditional belief is a form of animism, seeing spirits in nature, from the mountains to the rivers. They believed that keeping these spirits and their ancestors happy was essential for a good harvest and a healthy life. The most important social and religious ceremony is the Peshit, more widely known as the Kanyao. This is a grand public feast hosted by the wealthy class, known as the Baknang. A Kanyao can last for days, involving the ritual sacrifice of animals, community dancing, and feasting. It serves as a thanksgiving to the spirits, a celebration of good fortune, and a way for the wealthy to share their blessings with the entire community, reinforcing social ties. At the turn of the 20th century, American colonizers arrived in Kafagway and declared vast areas, including the land of an Ibaloi chief named Mateo Cariño, as a U.S. military reservation, now known as Camp John Hay. Cariño, a respected Baknang, insisted the land had been owned by his family for generations. Instead of fighting with weapons, he fought with the law. He took his case through the Philippine courts and, after losing, appealed all the way to the U.S. Supreme Court. In a stunning decision in 1909, the court ruled in his favor. It established the landmark Cariño Doctrine, which is the basis for native title. This principle states that land occupied by indigenous people since time immemorial is legally their own, even without official paper titles from a colonizing power. Mateo Cariño didn't just win his land back, he secured a victory for the rights of indigenous peoples everywhere. Mateo Cariño's victory serves as a timeless blueprint for how indigenous rights can be asserted and won. His legacy poses a crucial question for us today. As the pines of old Kafagway give way to the progress of modern Baguio, how do we ensure that the ancestral rights he fought so bravely to validate are still honored, respected, and remembered?